Hi there, guys. Okay, so yesterday, I did a video. I wasn't thinking about a part two or continuing on with it or anything like that. The one that I did talking about grown men over sexualizing little boys. Um, this is going to not necessarily be a part two. This is going to be kind of what I think is like the consequence or the what leads to um it's not what leads to. This is going to kind of be the consequence of that over sexualization of little boys. Now, one of the other things I wanted to say is that this is not something that is just in the Black community. I know that I said in the video in the community or what have you, but this is something that happens like all around. All men some kind of way seem to get this same type of teaching, and so it is not absolutely something that only happens in the Black community. It happens. It's just it's a man thing, I think. Um, anyway, um, so I'm kind of going through um, some videos today, just thinking and remembering really some of the videos that I have seen on various social media sites. And one of the things that I seem to be seeing a lot are women who are recording men basically harassing them, or trying to talk to them or whatever. Because, see, funny thing about it, men and women, if I've learned anything in my life, I've learned that men and women are almost opposite creatures, like for real. Like we keep hearing this thing about we're more alike than we are unalike. I don't know if that's true because we seem to be so different. I mean, just the whole male mindset is so completely different than the way women think. And I get it. We're supposed to have some differences and so forth, but some of the things that is going on with the delusion, men think women are delusional, women think men are delusional. Um, with just the way so many of these encounters go, it's like the mindsets are just so completely different. So anyway, let me go on with it, and maybe you guys are kind of starting understanding what I'm trying to get at. But this video is going to be the result of what happens when these little boys start becoming over sexualized and how that affects women. So um, I'm watching these videos, and I'm seeing men who are trying to talk to women in subways. I've seen them, I've seen women doing videos of men following them in subways. I have seen various downtowns across America where women are uh, recording men following them, trying to talk to them and things. Um, Parks, you know, um, so many places, and women have various approaches. They have various approaches to the harassment. I'm going to honestly, truly say, I don't really think too many of them work. I really don't. I don't see, especially in today's time where many of those things work. Um, it's been happening. It's not like it's something new. You know what I'm saying? It's been happening. Um, and I think one of the things that men seem to not understand is they don't see trying to talk to a woman or trying to, be nice to her or whatever as harassment. They don't see that as harassment. And I'll say this, I'll say initially it may not be a harassment. The way that you come off with it, the way the idea in your mind that she's pretty, or I'd like to talk to her, I'd like to get to know her, maybe take her on a date or just whatever. Those things in themselves are not harassment. Okay. At least from my point of view. They turn into harassment when men can't take no. They turn into harassment when a woman says whatever she says and he keeps on. That's when it goes into harassment. So that's one of the real big problems I think that men have is not understanding that they are harassing women, you know. Many of their egos get fragile and bruised because women are so snippy or women are so mean or whatever. But I want to I want to kind of try and help a little bit um, if I can. Anyway, um, the reason the reason, like I'm saying, is that one of the core reasons that women get so tired of men trying to talk to them or even thinking that a man is trying to talk to them. Because I saw this one video today. I just kind of happened up on it, which actually kind of helped trigger this video. It was a really quick video. It was this guy uh, who went up to talk to this I think it was a group of girls. I really couldn't see because, like I said, it happened so quickly. Um, and the young girl, he said, "Excuse me." She quickly turns around and says, "I'm 17," and turned back around to her friends, and that was it. And he got mad, he got offended, and he was just, "I didn't even say anything, and all I said was excuse me, and why y'all do it?" Okay, so first of all, I applaud her for doing that because way too many older men are very predatory with young girls. Whether they know she's 17, whether she looks 17, whether her body's 17, whether they, because that was all in the comments. Oh, she ain't no 17. She, her body looked 30 and and it's just like, you guys aren't understanding that that's creepy. That's the stuff that creeps women out. Like, and then they were saying, "Oh, well, she just lying. No, she not 17. She just lying. She just don't want to talk to him." Okay, even if that is the case, can you go on? Like, even if that is the case, that's obviously she's lying if she was to get you out of her face. She don't want to be bothered for whatever her reason is. She don't want to be bothered. And so this is huge because men can't take no for an answer. Um, let's get back to the sexualizing of young boys because when these men put these ideas of the last video, because I would love for you guys to please go watch it. So I'm not going to recap everything I said in there because I would love for you guys to go watch it. But when these older men put into these young boys' heads that that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be trying to kiss a girl, talk to a girl, get a girlfriend, and most of them don't even know what to do with one. um, you supposed to be, trying to touch her butt, and I think in a lot of ways, especially in our community, it's one of those things, and I'll say, at least back in the day, there was this thing where you wanted to prove your manhood, or you needed the little boy to prove the manhood, prove he not gay, prove he ain't soft or whatever, like that. And so getting a girl or having a girlfriend, whatever, was always like uh, a way of doing that. And so with that ever chasing idea of I got to get a girl, I got to talk to a girl, I got to, that is what breeds the harassment of women. That's literally what this video is about. That is what breeds the harassment of women. I don't I don't know what the obsession is. I mean, like I said, I'm not a man. I don't have a man brain. Maybe I need to stay off of that. Let me go another way with that. It breeds an over sexualization of women, actually, because there is a thing where, for whatever reason, men actually really seriously feel like women, they are entitled to women, that women are supposed to talk to them, that if you want to have sex with her, she's supposed to oblige you, you know and I don't know what that is, especially when she's not your wife. Like, that is weird to me. Even if she is your wife, she still, whether you guys know it or not, has the right to say no. It's her body. She don't have to if she don't want to. Anything other than that is rape. There is a such thing as marital rape. And thank God that it is. Um, but men want to know why women get so mean. Okay. I'm going to tell you one reason. One of the reasons is because I don't think men understand how much men harass women. I don't think they understand that. Like I said in the beginning, they kind of just look at it as, oh, I'm just trying to be nice, or I just wanted to get us some coffee, whatever. But here's the thing. You don't know how many other men before you have been trying to holler at her. Like, before you got to her on this sidewalk in front of this bank downtown in this city, you don't realize that there have been 10 other men since she woke up this morning trying to holler at her during the various goings about of her day. And after a while, you get tired of, smiling and just, no, thank you. Okay, whatever. Because, see, that's another thing. Men often want to know, well, why you gotta look so mean? Why you can't smile? Why you can't smile sometimes? Shorty smile, short. And it's just like, because smiling encourages them. Smiling and being nice encourages them. Because then you gonna get, oh, that pretty smile, and oh, you smiling at me, and then that's gonna be another door open, that they feel like it's a door open. um Man, so many things don't work anymore. That there used to be a time when some things did work. At this day and age, it's not a lot that's working anymore, because people will also say, um, tell him you're married, tell him you got a boyfriend. Matter of fact, I heard a guy just say that not too long ago. Well, if you tell a guy that you have a boyfriend, most of them will just go ahead and walk away. And I'm like, what world are you living in, dude? Like, that is not a deterrent. I literally, when I was married, told guys I was married. The first thing out that dude's mouth was, "Are you happy?" I'm like, uh, first of all, they ain't none of your business, and second of all, that I'm married. Doesn't matter, you know. Um, so that part doesn't work, because at the end of the day, men have a problem with boundaries. eh, from women because they respect other men's boundaries. Men have a problem with women telling them no. Men have a problem with women giving them boundaries because they feel like they should have access. Um, and so it's not always safe. Like literally, it is not safe. There's a lot of people in different comments and so forth, and they're like, "Oh, just walk away. Just you said what you said. Just go on, just walk away." Do you not realize that in this day and age, because this wasn't really a thing when I was dating and all that kind of stuff, 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, whatever. It's like that is, and hold on, let me clarify because I was married the majority of the 90s. Yeah, pretty much all of the 90s. So let me clarify that. I wasn't dating at that time, but either way, um, you know, I have literally told men that I am married. It doesn't go anywhere. And then there's this thing of, men being men you say them saying walk away. Forgive me, y'all. Them saying walk away. Now, as I said, that wasn't really so much of a thing before, but now men get very, very violent when you say, when you walk out of their face. That is like, honestly, one of the biggest times that a woman can get assaulted is when she is trying to walk out of a man's face. Men are y'all already know. You already know. There are a lot of men who will get very, very violent with you. Um, so then, you know, almost anything that you do and try really doesn't deter a man unless he just is ready to leave and go. And the thing is always trying to engage you in some type of conversation, especially right now. Men are so many men are so attention deprived, and not having women, not have a girlfriend, whatever. And so one of the things that I notice, especially on social media, men like to try to start fights and arguments with women that they think are cute or that they would like to talk to. And so starting a fight, starting an argument, saying something crazy and off the wall will get her to engage with them and come back and be like, oh, well, no, that's not true. And this and da, 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 da. And then you got a conversation going. And, it's again, very manipulative, but it's a thing. Just happened to me this morning. So, I have a really old, quick backstory. I have a really old Facebook page. And I just kind of reactivated it, just kind of started putting new subscriptions and new things up on there, people to follow and everything, so that I can use it because, well, just because I wanted to do that. But anyway, at the end of the day, I was on, I don't even know what post I was on, but some guy came back, uh, being very, trying to gaslight, honestly. But the post was about women liking bad boys. And I gave my truth. I really just never have been a bad boy type girl. Like I never really have. Um, there was only one bad boy, and I think I told this already in a video before, but there was only one so-called bad boy that I even really ever messed with, and it really wasn't even that long. And it wasn't even because he was a bad boy, it's because I thought he was cute. That was literally it. It wasn't, it really had nothing to do with his bad boy thing. It was because I thought he was cute. He literally looked like, at that time, he looked like Albie Shore. Same skin color, Same hair, same. He didn't have no unibrow, but he had the really thick. I mean, he was just really really cute at that time. And so, but that was it. But it had nothing to do with being a bad boy. And one of the things that I said on that post is that um, men have a real big problem of grouping all women together, and that's kind of the thing with these manosphere and red pill communities, all these kind of things. They are like an echo chamber, and I'm gonna actually probably do a video about that. But they're literally like echo chambers. They literally just say the same thing over and over and over and over and over until people start believing it. Literally. And so one of those myths, again, is women liking bad boys. Now I'm not even saying that women don't like bad boys. What I'm saying is that all women don't necessarily like bad boys. There's actually psychology behind why women like bad boys, honestly. But again, that would be another video. So I gave my truth and everything, and I'm just like, they need to stop grouping women, and all women aren't like that. And I personally have never had bad boy. Anyway, so I get some guy. Now, mind you, I'm on this Facebook page where I don't know none of them people. You know what I'm saying? Like that, literally, that Facebook page, I haven't been on that thing 5, 6 years. Like it's been a long time. And even when I was on it, it was really just like for games, just an extra page just to play games on back at that time. And so I don't know this dude. That's the reason why I'm saying that. I don't know this dude. And so he comes back and basically he tries to tell me, and he's on this logic kit. He's trying to tell me that so logically that means that the first nice guy you met, you married him. I'm thinking to myself, okay, so first of all, you're fishing because you're trying to figure out my marital status, and you're trying to get me to engage in more conversation because I said what I said and that was it. That was my truth and that was it. You're trying to get more out of me to fish, literally. Um, and I did come back, and I think the only thing I said is that um, I have never been attracted to bad boy. And the reason, though, I think I gave the reason. The reason, my personal reason, was because I always knew that a bad boy was going to lead me into trouble. Or if he didn't lead me into trouble, he was going to lead himself into jail or prison or into some type of crazy situation where, now he locked up or something like that. And so I just didn't never want to deal with it. And so I just stayed away from drug dealing guys, gang, like I just stayed away from that. And I'm not even judging any other woman who has done that. I mean, I'm just giving my truth. So, um, anyway, long story short, dude came back and, was trying to philosophize, I know that ain't no word, but he was trying to philosophize and, give me this reasoning and break down this logically and all this kind of stuff. And I told him, I said, I said what I said, men, uh, I have never been the type of woman to be with a bad boy. That's just it. That just is what it is. But at the end of the day, like I said, it was a fishing campaign. And again, that is something that a lot of men do. They won't just take a woman's word for it. They got to try to get in her head and that's a really big tactic that men do is they know that women talk a lot. And so they know for the most part, a lot of women, if they just continue to talk and all they literally got to do is listen, they can pretty much figure out what she want, what she need, what she looking for, the kind of man she like they can figure out all this stuff and then they can go and do it and they can be it, you know. Even if that's not who they really are, they can go and do that. But getting back to the topic, I'm not going to be very long. I'm going to get ready to close, but you know, the that over sexualizing and putting those sexual thoughts and things like that into little boys' minds, that that's what girls are for and that's what they need to do for girls, it literally, as I said, breeds a culture of men harassing women, and women literally at a point to where they have to defend themselves or feel like they have to defend themselves. Men don't understand how scary they are. Like men honestly get mad when women clutch their purse or when women go on the other side of the street. Now, see, that used to be some racial stuff, but the way society has gotten today, that it's just women, period, women doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of black women who are admitting to the fact that if they see a group of black boys or black men or whatever, they cross the street. I mean, you know, um, because it's not easy to say no and just leave it at that, or just walk on by and just like it's not that easy. I mean, men now are very, very frustrated. They're very, very sexually frustrated. And so it's, that testosterone is just really doing a number, and it is causing a lot of violence and violence towards women. We've seen a lot of videos where men get rejected or say no. The woman says no, even when she's being nice, and men turn violent. You know, um, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to stop that, how to fix that. I don't know how to make men understand boundaries. I don't understand how. Because men are just going to see the rejection as a bruise to their ego. And I don't know how women can stop that. Like I say, we're literally in a time where you can't tell men no. So, I get men who come to my channel, and first of all, they always seem to be triggered and get upset by something I said. But I would love some level-headed men to come and tell me what is it that women can do and how they can do it to stop men from, first of all, harassing them, and second of all, getting violent, or continuing the harassment. Like, that's a simple, honest question. It's no strings attached to it. I would just love to know, because from my point of view and from a lot of women's point of view, women are not understanding what is it going to take. They get mad about the whole women versus bear thing, which I've not done a video on that either. But they get mad when, women talk about choosing the bear over the man. But it's just like the literal, the literal thing with that is that bears are not going to bother you, harass you, bug you, or manipulate you, gaslight you, any of these things when they encounter you. If they hungry or if they're aggravated or whatever, you might get ate up and then, okay, well, you're gone. But men have the mindset and have the intelligence to continue on and to harass you and to follow you and to do all of these other things that uh, are very, can end up being very, very frightening at the end of the day. So, um, I hope this video made sense. I would love to get that question answered, and I would love also to know whether or not you guys agree with what I'm saying, that over sexualizing of women, that entitlement of women that men begin to teach these little boys at a very early age, is like it pushes them into, I gotta get a girl, I gotta get a girl, I got, and it's like, in my opinion, it does escalate to men beginning to harass women. So what can women do? What can women do? I would love to know. You guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I do ask you to please continue to subscribe to my channel. Bring some other folks over here. Hit the notification, hit all notifications so that you know when I upload my videos. Leave me a like, comment, a dislike, or whatever. Let me know why. And you guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until the next video, see you next time.